Yeah, good evening once again. I'm down now in none other than the Trafalgar Square. Here we can see Nelson's column. And as I explained in one of my other videos, that's a Corinthian column that Nelson is actually on. The Corinthian column was also used in many other pagan cultures, but in particular, it was used in Baalbek, I believe, down in Syria, but has some very pagan connections. But Nelson, of course, if you look up Nelson and Freemasonry, he was a known Freemason, or at least the Freemasons have claimed him. But just looking around the rest of Trafalgar Square here, and I pointed this out in my last video in reference to Boris Johnson as well. Over here in the National Gallery, we have a load of pictures, or paintings should I say, regarding veneration of Mary as Jesus' mother. But we of course know that the veneration that is given is a Catholic veneration. And this area just looks just like St. Peter's Basilica down in Rome. And it also looks like a bit like the White House. And what do we have outside all of them? One tall obelisk, a monument, and a very Greco-Roman style basilica front. Some things are not without coincidence, but something else I definitely want to show you from down here, whilst I'm here briefly, is of course this figure up here. Now if you go to the British Museum, you'll see this strange creature, and this creature comes direct from Babylon itself. It's a Babylonian figure, possibly used around the time of at least the Neo-Babylonian Empire. And it's a very strange symbol itself. And of course, with Babylon, what happened with Babylon in the end to fall as a kingdom? When they destroyed the temple, they took things from the temple, the utensils of the Lord, and drank from out of those. So it's all very interesting. Yeah. And funny enough, look what we have right up here. The invisible enemy should not exist. I didn't even know that was there. So this deity is called a Lamassu. It guarded the Assyrian Gate at the entrance to the ancient Assyrian city of Nineveh. Nineveh, of course, was judged in the Bible, and the Assyrians, under Sennacherib, tried to destroy Judah and Jerusalem. But in the Bible, in the book of Kings, they were unable to do that, because the Lord slayed 185,000 Syrian troops. Yet, in what is supposed to be a Christian city, the Mayor of London has put this up. The other thing to remember is Boris Johnson, as the Mayor of London, also put up the arch to the Temple of Bel, or the Arch of Triumph, which was the arch which Septimus Severus built. And Septimus Severus was a Roman emperor who also is supposed to have a reign of persecution of Christians in his time. But there we can see the National Gallery, a dome-shaped building. And what they say about Masonry is that this dome represents the womb, and that this pillar over here represents the phallus, or the male member. But these secrets are supposed to be hidden unless you're a higher initiate in Masonry. But it's all quite clear to see, and once you understand it, once the Spirit of God is with you and reveals things to you, and you study to show yourself approved. God bless. Brother Darren, Hebrews 9 verse 27.